Is time travel possible? This is a question lingering in the mind of scientists, including physicists, for centuries. This question stunned many experts figuring out this concept of moving into past and future. Many myths have been associated with this concept of time travel, and many theories had been suggested explaining its true existence, but to no avail. When we think deeply about this question, that is time travel possible, then the short answer may be a yes. Let's explain. Yes, we can travel time. In fact, we all are doing time travel at our own pace. We all are hurtling into the future at rate of second per second, so we are doing time travel. Washing a paint to dry or wishing to had more hours to visit a friend are some other examples. But this is not that type of time travel that had been part of many science fiction movies that captivated mind of scientists. So the main question arises here is that if we all are traveling in time as explained before, so then what is that time travel which is shown in movies through which we can move in our past and future? Only science can explain it better and had already explained. So let's see what original time travel is. For understanding this concept, let's first dive into the past history. For the very first time, more than 100 years ago, a scientist named Albert Einstein came with idea of how time works. He called his idea relativity. Later, this idea turned into a theory named as the theory of relativity. According to this theory, our time is linked with our space. He also suggested that no thing in the universe can move greater than the speed of light, which is 186,000 miles per second. Later on, many scientists worked on this theory and done man-Y experiments.
In an experiment, two clocks were taken. One clock remained on Earth and the other clock was taken to airplane. Times of two clocks were set to same. After a whole round trip in air, the time of both clocks were matched. As a result, the clock present on airplane had time which is slightly behind the time of other clock present in ground. There was a slight time difference. Another theory in this regard was proposed by a cosmologist, Dave Goldberg, at Drexel University. According to him, near massive bodies, especially near surface of neutrons or at the surface of Earth, time runs slower as compared to other surfaces. He assumed that if a person were to hang out near the edge of black hole, according to them, few hours might pass while on Earth 1,000 years went by. He further says that by returning back to the planet from surface of black hole, the person had done a complete time travel. Elaborating the concept of time travel and going further, we came across another phenomenon discovered that was the concept of closed time-like curves. Back in 1920 seconds at Nordic Institute for Theoretical Physics, a scientist named Fabio Costa gave solution of time travel with the concept of closed time-like curves. This concept explains that a hypothetical observer is traveling in trajectory traveling forward at some points in travel notices itself to be at same time and place where they started creating a loop. Further science began to take time travel seriously in 1980s. In 1990, Russian physicist Igor Novikov and American physicist Kip Thorne together started research on concept of closed time-like curves given by Fabio Costa. Mainly, they investigated the problems with time travel. For example, they tested that if you tossed a billiard ball into a time machine and the ball moved to its past and suddenly collides with its past form, it means that it will never return to its present form again. That looks like a paradox. There were many problems associated with time travel. Will time travel be possible? Further, we will look at some hindrances in way of implementing time travel in real. Going into the problems associated with time travel, the first problem was that most time travel models require negative mass and hence also negative energy. This is because in accordance to Einstein equation MC mass and energy are same. And no one ever found an example of a negative mass. Without negative mass, the gravity will collapse the time travel tunnel. Challenging this concept, scientists Mallory and Canna came to prove this statement wrong. They moved forward and came up with a theoretical time machine that did not require a negative mass. According to Mallory, he assumed two cars parallel and made of matter. If you leave one part and zoom other with extreme acceleration time, like curve forms between them. From 1900 seconds till now, no major breakthrough has made in this field.